BlackRock just 29 minutes ago deposited into Coinbase Prime $129 million worth of Bitcoin and $56 million worth of Ethereum. Are they panic selling or do they expect Bitcoin to crash more? Let's analyze.
My crypto paradise.
Hello ladies and gentlemen of the Paradise Club, this is Simon from My Crypto Paradise. Welcome back, it's great to have you here. Let's analyze Bitcoin. In the previous video I have shared with you that with the highest probability Bitcoin will go down because we have concluded this corrective multi wave pattern at $115,000. I have told you extremely strong resistance, and on 1 hour time frame we have with the highest probability expected Bitcoin to start crashing to the downside. As you can see, that's exactly what's happening. We have so far crashed exactly from that resistance by around 11%. Well, and in this video we will discuss what's gonna happen next with the highest probability once again. As you know, if you are in ParadiseFamilyVIP, we are having 80% of our portfolio in USDT already. We will be talking about dollar index. You know that I'm telling you for a very long time that dollar will pick up on strength, right? Last allocation that we have put into a dollar from Bitcoin, we have been accumulating Bitcoin since $19,500. All right, and the last allocation we have put 10% more into USDT was at $117,000. So if you are in ParadiseFamilyVIP, you will also know when we will start buying back. So right now let's take a look. However, first of all, what's going on behind the scenes, who is driving the price action to the downside, and how much probable is it that we will have a continuation or a reversal in the near time frame. So right now CVD, cumulative volume delta on spot exchange, you can see clearly spot is leading, right? This selling pressure, lots of market sell orders are filling in since here. I've told you in the previous video right here that a huge short position on this candle right here was, on this one actually, was opened. I've told you how the market makers and the big players being very careful not to drive any attention, and they have done it absolutely beautifully. Take a look at this small candle exactly at our point of control. As you can see, VPVR, point of control from here as well, VPVR right here. They have been basically very nicely positioning themselves, and they have created not a bearish candlestick pattern but this indecision. But we have seen them, right? Net short position, a huge increase. This was a big player short order that got into the market, and since then Bitcoin just started to reject. We have not been able to go even above that point of control towards the new VAH, but we have started to crash right from there. Let's take a look right now what's going on with open interest decreasing, which means the positions are closing. No new contracts are being opened, and that's usually what's happening when the exchange is happening between the short and long positions. I'm waiting definitely for some huge liquidation event. We have not got that so far. We are getting small liquidations of long positions, but it's nothing spectacular so far as we have got right here. For example, that would tell me that a big reversal, macro reversal is incoming. So we have got some big long liquidations right here, but as you can see, longs are still piling to the upside. They are still there. Even though we have had a huge decreasement in long positions, there was this change from longs to the shorts, but right now they are increasing. So there might be another liquidation happening, right? Very, very soon. So let's take a look on the price action. But before that, I want to also share with you the CVD on the futures exchange also declining heavily. On the order book suit, we are having a little bit of accumulation, okay, but the first important buy wall is at around $100,000. Right here, if we take a look at some buy wall, we are seeing that $97 million also at $100,000. So that will be very important level. If we will have a reversal from the lower time frame, we will definitely get and liquidate $112,000. There is a huge cluster of liquidation levels, all right? So $112,000, remember that level. If we take a look right now, let's take a look on dollar index. It's increasing exactly. I've been telling you right here, dollar is about to pick on strength again. Go in dollar definitely. We have been right here at this liquidation, this Fibonacci retracement demand zone made out of 618 and 786 Fibonacci retracement lows. We have concluded the double three corrective mode Elliott wave pattern. So absolutely beauty. What's happening is that we need to pick up on the strength and touch this resistance before a reversal to the downside. It was kinda easy to determine that dollar is gonna go to the upside. Not only we have been reclaiming this moving average trend line by reclaiming that breakout retest, this changed into a support since January 2025. All right, for the first time it's changed into a support. As you can see, the moving average trend line been acting as a resistance for a very long time, and then I have told you exactly at this time that we are basically changing the trend, and we have already know that about it right here when we have created the bullish hammer candlestick pattern. We have also got at that point the bullish cross on the MACD histogram, right? We are not having any bullish divergence on the MACD, but we have got an exaggerated bullish divergence on the RSI. RSI also gave us an early sign that we will start picking up on strength and that we will have a reclaim above that moving average by having the reclaim earlier above that moving average RSI trend line. And the stochastic RSI is still having open legs to the upside, even though we are in an overbought area. Like, as long as we can have the open legs to the upside, the bulls are in power basically. So right now the thing is that dollar, I do believe, will pick up on strength. And as you know, the only reason why dollar in USD pair created a higher high on the weekly time frame right here, higher high, and not on Bitcoin versus euro, was because the dollar was getting weaker. So it's not that the Bitcoin was getting stronger, neither the stocks, neither gold. The dollar was just getting extremely weaker. I do believe that it's gonna change right now. We knew that the dollar is at a support and Bitcoin is at resistance. That's also one of the reasons why we have been since $121,000, and even earlier I've been telling you that the Bitcoin is extremely bearish, right? And I've been telling you we are working only with bearish trading strategies. So right now let's take a look also on USDT dominance. We are right now taking a look at this resistance, and if we will basically reclaim it, it will turn into support, and then we can continue to the upside, and USDT will pick up on strength and dominance as well. So right now dollar index, I do believe that will be touching 106, and USDT dominance, if we will see a reclaim, the Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame can continue in the price action to the downside. If however we will start getting rejected below this resistance, Bitcoin will pick up on strength and it will actually play out nicely with some pullback, and we will be talking about a pullback a minute. Right now on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are touching this support zone. I will not be going deeply into this. You know that we are creating the expanded flat pattern, Elliott wave pattern, where this was the A wave, B wave, and C wave. Today, if you are in our free Telegram channel, I have been sharing with you the comparison with a Bitcoin and gold, right? In 1974, gold also got a beautiful advance in 5 waves to the upside, and then expanded flat A, B, C, and the C wave, it retraced more than 50% of the preceded first wave. All right, I do believe that the C wave will take us towards $44,000 right here. Take a look at this. This is the gold in 1974. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful advance, 5 moves to the upside in an impulse, and then ABC expanded flat. As you can see, it went to the bottom of the 4th wave. All right, so then we had a continuation, obviously, and same thing is happening on Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A beautiful impulse. ABC, B is going above the final 5th wave because it's an expanded flat, and the C wave will go to the bottom of the 4th wave, which is nicely confluencing with the 44, around $55,000. And then I have already analyzed the levels, what's gonna happen afterwards. $95,000 will be the first wave, then we will retrace back to $65,000, then to $125,000, then a 4th wave to $95,000 will turn that resistance into a support, and then the 5th one will be extended one, and it will be a big one, and we will be talking about that in the future. Let's take a look right now what's happening on lower time frames. Daily time frame is showing us basically the sub waves, because you know that on the weekly time frame, this is the first motive mode wave. The C wave is subdividing itself into 5 smaller waves, right? The first wave is a motive mode wave. That means it subdivides itself into 5 smaller waves as well. This is first, second, third, fourth, and then 5th will take us towards $88,000 with the highest probability. All right, with the highest probability. This is important because if we will start reclaiming back above this moving average trend line, we might be looking for long positions, but not until then. The Elliott wave theory is very sound, and our account is the best on the internet, and basically we have predicted that since $121,000 that we are already in that first motive mode wave, and so far the subwaves are behaving very well. Take a look at this. This is the first wave, secondary wave, and third wave is right now starting. If the the third wave will finish, it will finish at 1.61 Fibonacci retracement level right here at around 90 to $92,000. Then we will have a fourth wave that will turn this 1.61 Fibonacci retracement level from support into a resistance, and the final fifth wave will take us towards $88,000, which will conclude this first motive mode wave. Let's take a look right now on a lower time frame, 4-hour time frame. So as you can see right here in the previous video, I have told you that we cannot go above the previous high right here. I don't know if it was right here on YouTube or on TradingView, but I have told you that. And before, we have been also monitoring this previous high and this previous 6-1 Fibonacci retracement level, because the Bitcoin was actually already forming the subwaves of that third wave, right? The third wave, I mean the fifth wave that will take us towards $88,000. So let's take a look at the subwaves. This was the first wave, secondary wave, and then third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave. All right, this is subwaves of the third wave. Let's analyze the subwaves of the third wave right now on the lower time frame. And here we are already on 1 hour time frame. So let's go through that. Let's go through the subwaves. 1, 2, 3. This was the fourth wave in a WXY double 3 formation, as you know from our website mycryptoparadise.com. Also Fear and Greed Index, we will go through it. But first of all, I want to share with you the double 3 if I will find it. Let's take a look at this right here. All right, double 3 pattern, WXY, all of them corrective mode waves. As you know, we have been monitoring that together. This was ABC zigzag, this was ABC flat, and this was again ABC zigzag, and we have finished right here with the WXY double 3 pattern. And since then, we have started the impulse to the downside, fifth wave that will take us towards $95,000, right? So I do believe that we have created the first wave, secondary wave right here. The fifth wave is an impulse, right? Again, as you know from our MCP Free University, if you are educating yourself and if you want to be a better trader than you are right now, even the best traders needs to keep on educating themselves, right? So I do hope that you are one of them. So the fifth wave is a motive mode wave. That means it subdivides itself into another motive mode wave, right? Which might be an impulse, or in the terms of fifth wave, it can also be an ending diagonal. We don't know just yet. We know it will be 5 moves, might be an impulse, might be an ending diagonal. It doesn't really matter. I do believe that it will take us anyway towards $95,000, right? So we have been calling that since here. We are right now in the third wave. Let's take a look right now in the third wave. So basically this was the first wave, secondary wave, and right now we are in the third wave, all right? So here we are at a support, all right? And this is right now important. We are at 1.272 Fibonacci retracement levels with ParadiseFamilyVIPs. We are getting ready for loads of trades. And right now, take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We are at number 20. All right, you know that from our website, mycryptoparadise.com, Crypto Fear and Greed Index that you can find right here. Insights Bank, it's right here for you. You can monitor it with me 24/7 on 4-hour time frame. We are at number 20. I always tell you that the number 20 is a magical number, all right? And when you confluence it with some proper support on Bitcoin, it's usually working as a bottom end signal. It worked right here, it worked right here as well. And the number 80 is working as a top end signal if you can confluence it with some nice resistance. And we are right now at number 20. What does it mean? Are we at some support on Bitcoin? Can we have a reversal to the upside? Well, take a look at this. We are at 1.272 on 1 hour time frame. So there is a high probability that we might start pumping to the upside, and we might retest again $108,000, even maybe $112,000, right? And if that's gonna be the case, we will definitely liquidate those people, those over leveraged short positions. So definitely there is a high probability that if this support will keep on holding, we might see an upside reaction, destroy these, and that would basically mean that we are an ending diagonal, because you know that the ending diagonal have the third wave that goes in the price territory of the first and secondary wave. However, we are in an illiquid market, very high volatile, so there is a possibility that we might have a wick and liquidate those $112,000 positions, right? So that's very important to understand, because if you are in over leveraged short position, you definitely know that you should place it, your stop loss, above at least $112,000. So it's confluencing with nice resistances. If you have entered right here, you can place your stop loss to break even above, or maybe in a little bit of profit to like some prices above it, or basically it depends on your tactic. I don't know where you entered, right? So it's based on your strategy and based on your tactics, but you need to understand that it's high probable that $1 or $12,000 might be wicked, so you need to be careful about that. All right, let's take a look right now at the subwaves. Let's try to calculate those subwaves. We are always with Paradise team taking a look on multiple time frames. We are going even as deep as 1 minute time frame, just because we want to get those Elliott waves right. We want to get every single time from 1 yearly time frame to 1 minute time frame. Do you understand? We want to get every single wave correct, and this is the only way how we can be long-term profitable, because we understand exactly what's the price action development gonna do next, and if we are going down, up, up, down, 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 and basically based on the waves how we are behaving, and that's the only reason how we can really be ahead of the market. So right now, let's just roughly on a 1 hour time frame take a look at the subwaves. All right, so this was first wave, secondary wave, third wave, fourth wave, ABC, right? And right now it seems like we are finishing the fifth wave. This might be a small 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth might be truncated as well. So it seems like that if this support will hold, all right, we might conclude after confirmation on lower time frames that this is the end of the third wave, even though it's kind of small, right? And you know that the third wave cannot be smaller than the first wave. The first wave did 8%. Right now, the third wave, if it would finish right here, would do only 7%. So what does it mean? It means then the fifth wave that we suppose will take us towards this support needs to be shorter, right? It needs to be shorter, so the third wave is not the shortest one, because the third wave cannot be the shortest one. So basically, even in ending diagonal. So that would mean that the fifth wave would take us only towards 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level before ABC correction to the upside. So you need to be very aware what's happening. So right now, if we are closing the third wave, we will definitely with ParadiseFamilyVIPs look for some long trading opportunities. All right. So as you already know, you might be targeting that $112,000 before continuation towards this support. All right. If we will, however, continue and we will not be able to hold above this level, the third wave will continue. There will be at least one extended wave. Right now, there is none extended. So that's also kind of interesting. So we might continue towards this level, 618. All right. Then we will have the fourth wave that will probably touch the top of the first wave. And then we will have a continuation towards that fifth wave that will take us towards $95,000. Obviously, there is clear invalidations. If we will start closing above this resistance, which is the $112,000, important one, we will definitely be looking for a different pattern, all right? And we will be taking a look at some long positions or shorting a bit higher. As you know, right now, the macro perspective and the macro and ultra high time frame analysis is more bearish, so we are still focusing on bearish setups. However, if we will have on lower time frames some change of trend, some change of market structure, we will definitely be looking for some long trading opportunities as well, because we want to maximize our profitability with ParadiseFamilyVIPs on every single time frame and in every single market and market cycle. So we are focusing on not what we think is going to happen, but what's happening, and we are just riding the waves, right? So right now, it's important to understand we are trying to finish the fifth wave, all right, and you know the price action. The basic idea is still the same since the video that I have recorded for you a few days ago. The idea is that we will touch this support right here on the 1 hour time frame. What kind of price action will take us there? It really depends on the market, and we will be focusing on making profit on it. So ladies and gentlemen, Paradise, smash the like button if you are enjoying these videos, and I will see you again on Thursday. Cheers.